Hiya, and welcome back to the Teen Whisperer, the podcast for mums of teenage girls working their ways through the highs and, those lows of the teenage years. I'm Rach Friedli, a coach specifically working with teen girls and mums, and I've recently just set up the Teen Whisperer CIC, Community Interest Company, and I'm here to help you strengthen your relationship with your daughter and yourself by understanding what's really going on beneath all those eye rolls and, the slam doors in your face. And yes, I've been there. As a mum myself, I know just how tough these years can be and how alone and isolated and a failure you feel as a mum. So if you're anything like me, you've probably spent some sleepless nights wondering, am I doing enough? Am I good enough? What's going on? Am I a failure as a mum? Blah-de-blah-de-blah. But today, I want to flip that narrative because here's the truth. You are so much more than what you do, and this has been our topic for the past 2 weeks. So today, we're going to talk about breaking free from the cycle of tying your worth to your productivity and stepping into your true power, not just as a mum, but as a woman too. So let's start with this. How often are you motivated by fear? Fear of failure, fear of being judged, fear of not measuring up. It's so common. Fear of not having it all together, fear of being seen, fear of being heard. That was a massive one when I started this podcast. I was so scared that somebody would actually hear me and listen to me and like what I said that I then hid. Yeah, I know. Weird, eh? And really confusing because podcasts are there so people can listen to them. So if I didn't want people to hear, it was a bit of an issue. Anyway. So fear is so common and yet it's utterly exhausting. When fear drives us, we're stuck in survival mode. And my tagline is being proactive rather than reactive. So we will be constantly running on adrenaline. Just think of yourself as you're that hamster in that wheel, constantly running round and round and round and round. Or another way of looking at it is also on a roundabout. You're constantly going round and round and round and you can't get off. And that's what survival mode is about, being stuck in that fear. But here's the kicker. When you're in that state, you are not truly living. You're just reacting. You're just stuck in that survival mode. You're not creating and you're definitely not being proactive. And your teenage daughter, she's watching you and learning from you. So whatever you do for yourself, she's going to watch and learn that. So if you don't do anything for yourself, that's what she's going to do. If she sees you pushing yourself to the point of extreme exhaustion, she'll do that too. If she sees you putting everyone else above yourself, guess what she's going to do? Yep, she's going to do it too. So what if we flipped that script? So instead of letting that fear guide us, what if we let purpose drive us? So this is a slight reframing of that fear. Reframing fear into purpose. So imagine being motivated by something that genuinely excites you, a goal, a dream, or simply the desire to live your best life your way. That kind of motivation doesn't drain you. It fuels you. It excites you. It inspires you. It empowers you. It makes you feel free and alive. And when you start showing up in your life just like that, it creates massive ripple effects for your family too. So I want you to take this moment to focus on you, the woman behind the mum. How often do you let your own dreams, passions, or even your basic needs like being seen, being heard, being valued, take a back seat? It happens so easily. You get caught up in everyone else's needs. So your teenagers, your partners, your work, inside the house, your garden, the family, your friends, and before you know it, you've lost touch with the things that really light you up and make you feel alive. But here's what I want you to remember. You're not just a mum. You're a whole person with dreams, with talents and value that go way beyond your role as a parent. So I can hear you asking me, but how the hell do I do it, Rach? What do I do? How do I start reconnecting with myself? Well, do you know what? I'm so glad you asked. Maybe it's carving out tiny, weeny amounts of time to pursue a hobby you love. Maybe it's setting a goal that feels exciting. Maybe it's sitting outside in the sun, even if it is freaking freezing like it is today, just to get that time for yourself. Or even just giving yourself permission to rest without the guilt. I mean, we've all been told self-care is selfish. You're being lazy if you're sitting there. You need to do. I hasten to add, this is what happens in a man's world. They need to be doing, but we need to connect. Because when you honour who you are, you're not just nurturing yourself, you're showing your daughter what it means to live a full, balanced and joyful life. And this is massive. So now let's talk about the unique power that you have as a mum, as I do. Our teenagers learn from us, learn from what they see, not through what we tell them. They see how you handle challenges. They see how you talk to yourself when things go wrong. And they see how you pursue your goals or don't. When your daughter sees you speaking kindly to yourself, pushing yourself through fear and celebrating your wins, she learns to do the same. You're teaching her that it's okay to fail. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to grow. And it's okay to prioritize your needs above everyone else's. If you don't, you run on empty 24/7. It's just like that battery charger you have on your phone. If it runs on empty, can it do anything? No, but we still push ourselves to do things even when we're knackered. So yeah, put your needs first before everyone else. And this isn't, no way, Jose, is this about being perfect. Nope, don't believe in that word. Perfection is just out there. It's about being imperfect. It's about being real. And it's about modelling resilience, confidence and compassion. And trust me, that's one of the greatest gifts you can give to your daughter. So now I can hear you going, oh my God, okay, this is brilliant. Absolutely wonderful, but how the frig can I put this into my normal everyday life? So glad you asked. So how do you actually start stepping into your power? So here are 4 simple tools to try. Number 1, when you wake up in the morning, take 5 minutes to ask yourself, how am I feeling? What do I need today? So take yourself a piece of A4 paper and write that at the top, or type it out if it's easier. This simple habit helps you to tune into yourself as you wake and help you to stay grounded with what you need out of your life. Number 2, reframe that fear. When you feel that fear or self-doubt creeping in, pause and tell yourself, pause, breathe and tell yourself, this isn't a stop sign, it's a growth sign. Fear shows up in random ways, feeling hot, because that's the one that I feel, feeling sick, feeling, because I can't put that into words, feeling exhausted, wanting to hide, wanting to go out and do something else. Procrastination is a fear sign. Doing everything else for everyone else and just not doing anything for yourself. Those are the signs. Once you are aware of those signs, then you can change those behaviour patterns. You can change the cycle. Fear is often just a sign that you're stepping into something new and exciting. And your brain doesn't like it because your brain likes to stay in your comfort zone, even though it's not comfortable. And even though you want to push out of it. So it will always put the kibosh on to something new and exciting because it thinks it's scary. And it doesn't want you to do it. Number 3, celebrate those small wins. Every step forward matters, no matter how teeny tiny weeny they are. So maybe you handled a stressful moment with patience. Maybe you took that breath. Maybe you paused and you recognized that that stressful moment was triggering something in you. Or maybe you took time to go off to your safe space and rest and recharge. Celebrate those moments. They're proof that you're growing. They're proof that you can do it. And it doesn't matter, as I said, how teeny tiny weeny they are. They're still steps at the end of the day. Number 4, build a support network. You do not have to do this alone. I don't know why, as mums of teenagers, we are told time and time again we should just get on with it. I'm sorry, but with a mum with a baby or a littly, you get support all the way through. But as mums of teenagers, we don't. And yet, our teenagers actually need us more than at this space in their life, than at any other time in their lives, bar when they were a newborn. And we're not told this. So yeah, whether it's a friend, whether it's a coach, just like me, or it's a community space, coaching space, just like the one I'm going to tell you about in a minute, having people who lift you up makes a massive difference to how you manage your life. Excuse me. So here's what I want you to take away from today's episode. Your worth is not tied to what you do. It's tied to who you are. And who you are is already enough. Who you are is blinking amazing. And we just need to rejoice and celebrate that fact. Because it is. It's massive. So this week, I challenge you to take one step forward towards reclaiming your power. So maybe it's doing one of those 4 suggestions I brought up earlier, or maybe it's to do a vision board. So sit yourself down, get some magazines, if you want to spend that much money, or print it out from the computer, whatever, of what it is you want in your life. Obviously, right, 2025 at the top of it, and put those pictures on your board. All those things that you want to do. And enjoy it. And have fun with it. They can be massive goals, they can be tiny goals, whatever you want. It's your vision board. And then put it up somewhere prominent for you. Because it's friggin' inspiring. And every time you pass it, you think, yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm trying to do. So it is massive. That's one idea. A vision board is one idea. Doing a hypnosis to help you to connect with yourself. I'll put a link in underneath the podcast. Or to just do a little gratitude at the end of the day. Say 3 things you are proud of for yourself that you did that day. So you start off with the positive in the morning, and you start off with the and you finish with the positive in the evening. It reframes your mind. And I know it sounds incredibly easy, but it is. So, and as always, I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear what resonated with you today. So you can just literally send me a text from your podcast platform. It's that simple. And what's one thing you're going to try? Reach out, share your story, or let me know how you're stepping into your power. But before we go, I have something really exciting to share, and you can hear it in my voice. My brand new membership launches at the end of January. It's a step-by-step journey to help you to feel more confident, more connected, and in control as you work your way through the teenage years. You'll learn how to decode your teen's behaviour and strengthen your bond. You'll learn how to build better communication and create a calmer, more supportive home for you, your teenage daughter, and everyone else who lives there. And best of all, you will learn how to prioritise your own well-being so you can show up as your best self for your daughter and for you. So with exclusive resources, science-based practical tips, life coaching, and a supportive community, especially if you join me as a founding member, you don't have to do this alone. So find out more and join the waitlist using the link below the podcast episode. Let's make these teen years something to be proud of together. And remember, you are more than enough just as you are. So that's enough from me this week. So yeah, have a wonderful week. Connect with me. And if you want to find out more, check out my waitlist. want to check out the website, it's the 3 W's, theteenwhisperer.co.uk. And remember, I'm now a CIC. So watch this space for exciting things to happen in the next few weeks. I'll speak to you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.